Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Kirby's Epic Yarn. In the previous episode, we started off Spaceland, and we have gotten 2 levels down. In this episode, we're going to be seeing why this mysterious UFO is so mysterious. And this is probably going to be the last part you're going to be seeing of this like backup file. Speaking of this backup file, actually, I actually did not intend to make a backup file because of the recording and all that, but I heard my recording again from the previous episode. I was saying that these next 2 episodes, 15, 16, are gonna be different in, not in quality, but like in the how they're recorded, because I did not like my recording from back in February because I was just a little ticked off after Frigid Fjord. But the whole mechanic, but let's just talk about the mechanic in this stage. After the communicator, you can talk to aliens on this, but just be sure that you can afford the roaming charges for it. I can believe roaming charges for talking to aliens would be high. The whole point of the mysterious spaceship, or the mysterious UFO, is that you turn on and off a gravity machine, and when gravity's turned off, your ground pound does zero damage, basically. Like, it doesn't ground pound. It's just super soft. So the only way to get your ground pound back to normal is just pull the lever again, and then you get gravity back to normal, and then you can just ground pound. It's not that bad. I actually love this mechanic. It's a really cool mechanic that I think only is issued in Wasteland. Now we get a leaf, and we're gonna be dragged across the board. Go back on the other one, and actually going back to, well, I should forgot my topic. But going back to just the whole like not liking my recording, I just really just seemed in a sour mood when I recorded. So like there was barely any commentary, barely any bullshit for what I wanted to speak about. So I just wanted to re-record this. If anything, I think I actually did pretty badly in the Meta Knight fight for good old life. Well, I'm gonna lose 1 crystal star. But let's just go back on this platform. I did really badly on the Meta Knight fight on the previous one. It's not going to reflect on the ranking, but I actually had to do that fight twice because I actually did not get the platinum rank, spoiler alert. So I had to sit down and do it again. So that was like pretty bad. Let's just jump up. If you use your whip on the blocks, actually, or enemies, you actually do get a pretty good like boost in quote-unquote recovery and your hop frames. But this is just what it is, though. It eats what eats. It eats what eats, basically. You can also cancel out of your ground pound animation with the hover button, which is pretty funny. Oh, I just came from there. God. Anyway, let's keep going in the mysterious UFO. Get to this part. Good old latches. These actually do go back to quote-unquote normal after a while. So just keep an eye on how much time you have not used it, and you'll be turning on the gravity again. And this exclamation point is actually gonna reveal a new area here. Or new patch to pull out. Space food. These are replicas of the real astronaut food. Space chefs must be really dry people. Anyway, let's go down. This. Now we can actually go across and ground pound these blocks to get progression. There we go. And we're gonna turn off the gravity again. This gravity turning mechanic is actually really fun. It doesn't give you like the Mario Galaxy vibes you want, but in general, it does give you the just like the otherworldliness that a UFO would actually have. And every time I hear UFO, I just keep thinking of UFO invasion. Alright, do that. Grab him. Ground pound, and then we can get this person right here. And now we have Gordos revolving around a platform. They're not gonna be a hindrance if you can just like time your jump. So yeah. Grab this, jump up. And then this one's gonna be a problem because you actually have to not land on that so you can avoid the Gordos. Jump up. And then there's actually something there we can use, so do that. Alright. Jump again. You can actually lose your momentum when you throw something. Jump. Do that, and then you can just like air wall up to get the treasure here with Spaceland's music. I already made the joke several times. There was a joke in the previous episode of like just a fucked up recording where I was just recording Mario Party 2 instead of Kirby. I like 2 though. 2's a pretty good game. I don't know if I'm gonna actually record 2. That and the actual ball obey gravity and physics. God damn it. There you go. Now the things come down. We can pull this up. Grab the 5-star patch. Now we can just grab this. Jump again. And just maneuver this over and over again. Let's go up. Up. And up again. There we go. Turn off the gravity. So we can keep going on. This twice. Actually, did not expect for me to hit it again. That. And we're at the end of the level. So, 2 more levels, and we are actually gonna go back to the original recordings file. Shooting star. Oh, we're small. Anyway, we are nearing the end of this level, the end of the game, basically. 2 more worlds left. This one and the next one. Twinkling star patch has been found. But yeah, we're almost done with this game. We only have 2 worlds left, and that means this LP is almost done. But once the worlds are done, that does not mean that we are done with content for this game. The only thing we're missing after all the levels are done are the tennis games. And as you've probably been paying attention, or if you've played this game before, there's like 6 of them. Just because there's 1 more next to Buster. So those are the only things we're going to be missing, and those tenants will actually be having their own episode just for their minigame. Anyway, next levels up is Stellar Way after a constellation has been made. If you guys get a stuttering problem from me speaking, I am really sorry. The whole point of Stellar Way, like it's not mechanic, but its level theme is that basically you are going across like basically planets and all that. You're in a solar system in a way. And the level theme is one of my favorites. It's a really cool song that I might let you guys hear. Now all the meteors have turned into stars. So the This song is so fucking chill for what it's supposed to be like being in the meteor shower. It's just envelops like the space feel, like the calminess of space sometimes, like just looking up at the stars and all that. But I feel like it doesn't have the somber tone of what space actually is, though. Anyway, about these meteors. Oh god. These meteors actually, when they're not transformed, they actually do hurt you. Now, time for, I just say one of my least favorite parts about this level, the pendulum. What would you call it? Not pendulum. What would you call this? Like the pendulum orbits? Basically, the only way to progress through that is that you have to grab it and turn it into a pendulum again. But sometimes you can miss because your inputs are going to be red instead of like an 8 to a 7 or 9 if you're in my case. But yeah. Oh god. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. I muted my mic so like I don't blow your guys' eardrums. Anyway, back to this part. As also you've been seeing, there's a bunch of soldiers in space. Space soldiers. God damn, that actually would have been funny if I got hit by that. Anyway, now we're at this part here with revolving like electronic stuff. Good naming convention. Now we can just like ride off there, go into here, jump, go back in here, and then we can get treasure chest and silver. Star candy. This candy is imbued with the power of stars. It has an extremely intense flavor. Insert like Kirby invisibility candy when I'm reading that, like super low. Anyway, up here. A few UFOs. Oh. Okay. I grabbed the soldier at the same time his sword broke, so I thought I got his sword. But instead I got him. The homing shot destroyed the sword, and I just got disappointed. Anyway. How did I get up there? I'm thinking, oh no, I'm thinking of a different way of getting up there. Jeez, my speech is slurring. I'm not even drunk. By the time, or like legitimately, I'm not even old enough to drink yet. I'm just slurring my speech. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it. Shoot that. Shoot the other one. Now we go across this crescent moon, up above the star. Get onto the pendulum, grab more stars, jump up to get the next treasure chest here with Stellar's Waves music. Anyway, let's just keep going. You can actually get up to the top there from this star with a card jump into a parachute, or just a card jump in general. There's just 2 soldiers here, beat both of them up, and then you get a headway patch with the 3-star patch. Now we're getting near the end of this level here, and I did not expect me to grab all that again. Put into a pendulum again, and then we could just swing here into another one. Which this one's not as bad as the previous. This one's not as bad as the previous pendulum one. But if you're doing. This is why one-take jaking your recordings is not a good idea. Take a deep breath, motherfucker. This part of the level with like the orbiting pendulums is not as bad as the previous one because you have some stuff, but like if you have pretty bad reaction time, you are not gonna be able to grab them. And Nanji will pick you up and put you in a pretty bad predicament. And you'll lose a bunch of your stuff. And if anything, these like, what do you call it? Not these levels. These like parts of the planets like symbolize something, symbolize like a planet being big and stuff, or like something being very tall. I think I'm in the right area. Yes, I am. Okay, good. Oh my god, I did not expect myself to do that. Don't do that. Like, legitimately, don't do that. Alright, that's what I was saying is that, those buildings basically say that they're tall enough to go into the atmosphere of what they're supposed to be. So apparently, like, they've made buildings that tall that break through the atmosphere and the clouds to be in space, or like be basically in orbit. There's a game around, oh god, there's a board game around that called Cloud City. I recommend playing Cloud City. Cloud City is a pretty good game, and it symbolizes stuff like that. It's like Columbia? Yeah, I think it's Columbia from Bioshock Infinite. Anyway, we are not done with the Metamorphoses yet. We have a shmup level, basically. We are Rocket Ship Kirby, and we are just not, well, one, we are getting hit, but two, we are just playing a shmup. We're playing like a Galaga shmup. Shoot all the enemies, and you actually get a better bonus for beat. And your shots are like in a shotgun pattern of 3x3. So just keep shooting. There is no charge stuff, and these UFOs actually do they do a shotgun pattern. They do a shotgun pattern. They shoot like a shotgun 3. So they just shoot. I might actually have to say quite a bit for this song. Alright, that's enough. This song only shows up when you're playing as Spaceship Kirby, which, God, it's such a cool song to hear. Also, all the beads in this thing auto home into you, which is good because you do not want to lose all your beads when you get hit. So when you're nearing the end of this level, the whole point of this space shooter level is that is the last ditch effort to grab gold rank. So if you missed a bunch of gold rank or you fell down the pit, this is like a last ditch effort to get a bunch of beads to get to your gold rank. Nothing is given to you by prizes or all that, nor the patches. It's just a way to get a 5-star rank, or a gold rank, basically. What was that? Actually, I know I did this in the recording and I left it in, but oh, I missed the first treasure. Well, I was gonna do something else, but I missed the first treasure. I did not see that. And oh, I think I know where I forgot it because I jumped off. Well, it's time for the cut. You think I remember stuff from taking a break. Anyway, Metakanite. But instead of going to the boss, we're gonna go back the other way. So time for a cut. Alright. Yep, this is where it was, I think. I remember this in the field recording. There we found the rocket bed. Sleeping in his bed may cause dreams of being in space. The only reason why I remember this one more particularly than the other two, and I thought I didn't see that, was because that in the failed recording, I did that. I got caught just basically on the lip of the star and just fell to my death. It was funny, but God, did I hate it. Anyway, after getting that rocket bed, we're gonna cut again to just the end of the level. So see you there. Might actually have to take a screenshot or like a little frame of where my rank was before I entered the spaceship level, and then to this, because as I said, that space shooter level, that shmup, is basically like a last-ditch effort to get a gold rank, which I did get, even though I fell down, as you guys saw. Anyway, This is gonna be a long episode for me because I'm trying to match it to what happened. But with this collected, we are gonna go off and fight one Meta Knight because that's what happened in the previous recording too. Excuse me. So let's go fight one Meta Knight. Hopefully, I don't have to do this fight again. Meta Knight has been taken over, and he has a cool flaming sword. The whole point of this fight is that there are 4 phases based on each of the swords, and each of the swords that Meta Knight grabs have a different ability. The first one is just simple. The only ability he gets in this form is that he sends up a green wave. And basically, to fight Meta Knight, you have to wait for him to do an attack, and then you just knock the sword off. And that's how this fight is programmed. The next sword he gets is a cyan one, which, in this case, he shoots 2 tiny shockwaves. Do that, take off the second sword, and then we are off to phase 3. The purple sword. Purple sword is a hard one. He just shoots or makes a giant slash on the ground. Wow, actually a lot better than last time. Now time for the red sword, one of the harder ones. Red sword, he creates tornadoes. Oh, come on. He also makes like 3 mini waves show up. Oh, no, you cannot get him after that. Big sword. Other big sword down. Another tornado come up. Use another big ass projectile. You can avoid that. Avoid the tiny ones. Come on, Meta Knight, do your thing. Not tornado. I don't want your tornado. I'm not a Brawl player. I don't want to deal with your bullshit. All right, you can hit him on any attack, but you have to time it perfectly. But you can avoid the big one pretty easily. Just get rid of that. Ah, I thought he barely missed. All right, there we go. Sword's been taken out. Jeez, that was a little harder than expected. But with Meta Knight taken down and me barely getting that platinum rank, let's watch this cutscene and end off the episode after that. In the previous recording, I actually did mess up getting that platinum rank, and I had to do that fight all over again, which made me a little more miserable. But now that we got Meta Knight's music in the satellite patch, let's just go watch this cutscene.
We did it! We got the magic yarn! The magic yarn shimmered and spiraled and swirled high into the sky. And Patchland was stitched back together thanks to Kirby and Prince Fluff. Thanks, Kirby. I couldn't have done it without your help. Kirby and Prince Fluff jumped for joy, but their celebration was cut short when Meta Knight awoke. Kirby, forgive me. I blame the yarn. Meta Knight explained to Kirby that Yin Yarn was taking over Dreamland. This upset Kirby. He had no idea how to get back to Dreamland. I've got it, Fluff declared. Prince Fluff pulled out a sock just like the one Yin Yarn had stolen from Patch Castle. Socks always come in pairs, and now that Patchland was stitched back together, the other sock's magic had been restored. Be careful, Kirby. Yin Yarn is one mean piece of string. He'll be fine. After all, I'm going with him, Fluff said, and they all set out for Dreamland to button up Yin Yarn's story once and for all.
Zeke, you ruined the cutscene. Welcome back to Dreamland, everybody. Ugh. Well, instead of going back to Dreamland, we're gonna go back to the Cruelty Square and back to Spaceland to put back the second patch. So let's put this patch down, and we're gonna end off the episode and actually go back to the actual recording file we are supposed to do. So pull up the spaceship. There we go. And with that, the moon base has been unlocked. But that is all for today. In the next episode of Kirby's Epic Yarn, we're gonna be going back to the original file to play Moonbase. That's it. Let's give Kirby the rest he needs. And thank you all for joining me today. Hope you all have a wonderful day.